Souls. This is Karkarov, and you're probably wondering, hey Karkarov, what the hell's going on? What's all this weird freaking gear you have on and ridiculous looking axe? Basically, I'm going to make a long story short. I decided after the last segment around the end of hour 5, I was going to go ahead and do some soul grinding, earn some experience, maybe raise some levels, so on and so forth. Well, that went fine, well and good, and I was actually pretty darn successful about that. I was in a good position, had a nice little bank of souls, and I figured, hey, I think it's time to go back to the bonfire here, the one nearby what I think is Sense Fortress slash the Undead Parish, and you know, do some research and figure out how we're going to spend these souls. So I picked up my nice Dark Souls strategy guide from Future Press, and I looked into weapon upgrading and what items you needed and what, you know, the different stats were on the different weapons I had access to once they were upgraded, and so on and so forth. So I wanted to make some decisions. You know, how am I going to spend these souls? What am I going to do with my upgrade materials to prepare so I can go and just own that Gargoyle boss next time and all that entails. Well, the thing is while I was down there, something funny happened, because you see, it's not just about all this new gear and crazy stuff I went out and found and didn't bother filming. The issue is more about the old stuff from my game world that is no longer present. Like, you know, the sound of that hammer swing. I don't hear that anymore. In fact, our friend Blacksmith Andre looks like he's had better days from where I'm standing. Yes, indeed. While I was standing right about here, facing off in, say, that direction, reading my Future Press strategy guide, and finally came to a decision about what I was going to do with my upgrade materials and my souls, I picked up my old PS2 controller, which was laying against a notebook, and I brushed it ever so slightly forward, and damn if the R2 button didn't get pressed down just far enough to cause me to lunge forward with my longsword and clip good old Andre in his right shoulder. Well, he didn't like it too much. I let him punch me to death. Figured maybe he'll let bygones be bygones. Nope. I let him do it 2 more times. Hell, I even let him do a sort of a Mike Hagar drop kick to my face once, which was pretty entertaining to watch. But no matter how many times I let him beat me to death, literally, he just wasn't satisfied, so in the end I ultimately had to kill him. As this was an accident and I never really intended to kill the guy, I got kind of pissed and decided, you know what, we're just going to do a little screwing around and run around and see what stupid stuff we can find by running to all the crazy places we're not supposed to be, and so on and so forth. So I found lots of weird, rare equipment, which doesn't really matter. I'll explain all that another time. I now roll like an idiot. Oh, my roll's not too bad in this getup, it looks like. Nah, it's still pretty crappy. I'll tell you how to get that axe later, so on and so forth. Found lots of weird stuff. But the point is, basically I decided my game was screwed, and I wasn't going to be continuing with this character because as much as I would like to say, hey, I want to stick with things as they are, and so on, the truth is, I don't know how his death is going to affect the story. I don't know how it's going to affect the covenants I belong to or could potentially belong to. And ultimately, I don't even know where the other blacksmiths are, and I really just didn't want to kill him. So, since I wasn't that far into the game, I figured it would be smarter just to restart and have a game world where the guy's not dead. And that's what I've done. And we'll be switching over to that save shortly. So now we resume with the new Karkarov, new and improved, and it's time to begin in earnest. Hour 6. Now, what am I doing here at the end of the Dragon Bridge with all these undead dudes? By the way, look at that cool shield I found. That's a Balder shield. You get it off those, like, more heavily armored undead warriors in the Undead Parish. It drops off them. Basically, I'm going to show you how I kind of burn past this dragon instead of just telling you like last time. I'm actually going to show it. The problem is you got to lure the dragon into attacking, which tends to suck. I can't believe he hasn't attacked yet. Mildly freaked out by the fact that the dragon hasn't attacked yet. Is he really not going to breathe? Is he going to make me fight these guys? Might help if I actually get away from him first. So fine then. If the dragon's going to make me fight, then... Oh, come on now. Pretty cheesy. This is extremely cheesy. I've never had the dragon refuse to attack before. Oh well, if he wants to be this way, that's fine. Come on, guy, do something. I hate these spear knights so bad. Oh, the dragon almost got me. He waited until I was near dead before he made his move. Jerk. That's fine. So now we unequip our weapon, because trust me, there's no real reason to have your weapon out for this. What we're going to do is we're going to rush the dragon. And you have to hold to your right and pray he does that and just doesn't care at all that you're running down the bridge. And you come down to this little room, and that's the room I showed you from before. Over here is where the bonfire is, and since I had to use so many Estus flasks, we're going to go ahead and take it. Also learned another neat trick in my misadventures on the new character. If you hold the O button on a ladder, you slide down it real quick. Cool, huh? I've also picked up some new items. As you can see here, I bought a couple kits that allow me to reinforce my weapons and armor right here. Without having to go to a blacksmith. Now you can't do like the cool enhancements this way, but you can do like the basic stuff, like putting a +1 on a longsword or something. I'm tempted to reverse hollowing to show you what my character looks like. I actually did it once earlier. What the hey? I'm trying to keep my humanity up this time to increase drop rates, but why not? I've actually got a bunch of humanity items on me. I just haven't used them. So there's what my character looks like now. I got the beard. He's not too bad looking. He's kind of does have a reddish pinkish tint to his skin, which really did not show up in the character creator. He was a little bit different looking in the actual editor. But I'm still satisfied. I think he looks pretty decent. Looks a little more maybe Arabian or Arabic than I thought he would, but that's okay. It fits with the Wanderer theme. It's all about the theme. So now I'm going to show you how to get a cool little item I discovered while trying to kill the dragon. Yes, that's right, I tried to kill the dragon. I failed miserably. But so you pull that little trick, you make the dragon jump out to try to kill you with fire every time. So you just have to run out just far enough and then you hide. So the dragon kills those guys for you. That's also a pretty easy way to grind souls. I'm going to give props to Chris Carter from the website Gamer Limit for that. He's the one who actually gave me that idea. And it works pretty well if you're really looking to just easily grind some souls without a big hassle. That's a good way to do it here pretty early in the game, because it's 300 souls every time you do it. Now on my new character, I am actually, I think, level 21. Believe it or not, my old character was actually 20 as well. So I did grind a bunch of souls here to get up to speed with that character and get me prepared to take on the Gargoyle boss. And we'll zoom probably back to that bonfire I was at with the other character once I'm done with this. I've already completed this character. I've already gotten him to the point where he was standing at the Gargoyle fog and had the door basically open. I've got a lot of junk I need to get rid of, a lot of extra items. One thing I'll tell you is to do this you will need a short bow, which you can buy from the Undead merchant. You can buy from the Undead merchant in the Undead Burg. I think it's 1,000 souls. And you need some arrows. I bought some arrows off him as well. But basically, I tried really hard to kill the dragon by shooting him with arrows up top. It doesn't really work. I put maybe 30, 40 arrows in the guy, and I could barely even see a difference in his HP bar. They really weren't hurting him very much. But I did find something neat here. As it turns out, I don't remember where I read it, but I read somewhere that in this game, if it has a tail, you want to try to kill it or destroy it or break it or whatever, because cool stuff happens when you do that. See, this guy doesn't look too bad. It looks okay. So I thought, okay, fair enough. Maybe I'll try taking out his tail instead, and maybe that'll do it. Don't want to zoom in too far. You'll see why in a second. So shoot his tail there, and you readjust your aim a bit. Oh. Wow, he just let me get to it right there. But you just sort of come over here and you get a clear line of sight on his tail, and he can't hit back here. His fire won't reach down below the bridge. Just readjust your aim. Pop a few arrows in his tail as he lands and walks by. His tail off, I will show you the what I consider to be the cooler trick. This is pretty rudimentary stuff here. We're just so shoot it with arrows until it's all. There we go. Boom. His tail is gone. And we got the Drake sword, which is a really darn cool weapon. It does 200 physical damage. It takes a lot of strength to use it. You have to have 16 strength, which I do. It's just a really nice weapon. So one of the rare dragon weapons is formed by a drake's tail. Drakes are seen as underdeveloped imitators of the dragons, but they are likely their distant kin. Blah, blah, blah. Now, one thing I find funny about it is it looks a lot like the Crisp Blade from Demon Souls, which is pretty much a caster weapon. The cool thing about this sword is when you two-hand it and do an R2 attack, zoom, You got to be careful with this though, because it really eats up the item durability, and that can cause some problems. It costs a lot of souls to repair. The other thing I don't like about it is its R2 swing isn't quite that cool. I like the thrust better, but you know, that's how it goes. I picked up a broadsword and tried it out as well, and the broadsword has the same R2 swing. The other thing I found out of the broadsword I didn't like is that it's shorter than the longsword, and that was kind of disappointing to me. Now here is how you do this if you really want to get past that dragon. There's a trick. First we shoot the dragon, and then you run forward because the dragon will land. And then he will take off and fly back up into position, and he'll start walking towards you, and you hope to God he doesn't breathe on you. And you light that bonfire. Booyah. And that dragon is gone. See, I only did it twice, and it's 134 souls to repair it. You don't want to do that. I mean, if you do plan to do some soul grinding, you want to keep that dragon around for a while, because he makes it really easy to kill those guys. But yeah, that's it. That's all you have to do to get rid of the dragon, is you have to slide by him like that. But that's how you do it. You lure the dragon in the landing by shooting him in the head, and then you just wait for him to land and you run right past him. Hit that gate, and that takes you right back up to the Undead Parish. And over here we have a neat little area full of weird undead dudes who are like crying and worshiping and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. And it's hard to tell what all this is about. Some weird broken statue. I haven't really found anything over here. I don't know what this is all about. And you can kill these guys, they won't even fight back. So you can see the Drake Sword does a lot more damage. The big weakness the Drake Sword has is non-scale with any stats. Without stat scaling, it's really good for early game, but it's not going to hold up long term. So it's basically an early game. That's weird, it echoes. Okay. But now that we're here, I want to do something stupid. I'm going to try to take on this Black Knight up here. Well, let's wait for this guy first. I think he's... No, he doesn't care. That's the rats making that noise. Again, I killed the boar pretty easy this time too. I actually already killed the Undead Knight, or the Black Knight, in the Burg. I found when you got him into an open area and you studied his patterns, he wasn't that bad. This guy, I think he's a little bit tougher though. We'll see what we can do with this Drake Sword. Boom shakalaka! Oh, he got me there. Oh, he let me tag him. I expected a way better fight than that, and I annihilated him. Oh yeah, that's what it's about. Black Knight, great sword, hell yes! That's the first time I've ever gotten a Black Knight item. So I wonder what insane amount of strength you need to wield this. Wow, it actually hits harder than the other sword. Man, you only need 32 strength. Is that all? And 18 dexterity. Ultra Great Sword. Great Sword of the Black Knights who wander Lordran. Used to face Chaos Demons. Large motion that puts the weight of the body in attack reflects the great size of their adversaries. Yeah, I can't wield this effectively at all, but look at it, man. What a cool looking sword. Yeah, I don't think I will ever have the stats to effectively wield this. 32 strength is maybe a bit much, but that is an awesome looking damn weapon. I wish I'd gotten the regular old Black Knight longsword. I do actually have the stats to wield the Claymore, believe it or not. It's only 16 strength. It gives me a big plus too. I think I'm sort of disappointed in the Claymore in this game. I think the Claymore from Demon Souls looks a lot cooler. But it's pretty similar. It handles fairly similarly. Handles fairly the same as... except this one has this... sorry. This one has a thrust to it. Thrust and a downward slash, whereas the Claymore, or the large swords, I guess you would call it, from Demon Souls, had slightly different mechanics. But this one has sort of a unusual setup to it. So yeah, it's pretty cool look. I'm a real sucker for that character design thing. Also picked up, as I say, that Balder shield, which is an awesome shield. It's magic resistance and fire resistance. Leave a little bit to be desired, and it does weigh a decent amount, but it has insane stability at 66. Also picked up this hollow shield, killing regular hollow soldiers, which has pretty gosh darn solid fire at 75 and still has 60 stability as well. They both put the Knight shield I was using before to shame, to be honest. Let's go ahead and just slide back to my Drake sword. Okay, that's enough fun times there. Okay, so here we are at the proper continuation of Hour 6. I haven't given a time update in a very long time, so I figure it is appropriate to do it now. Believe it or not, I somehow first screwed up and got myself killed again. This character looks a lot grislier than my old one when he's dead. Like, you can't even see his face. It's so darkly colored when he's in hollow form. But as far as that time update goes, this is October the 10th, 3:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've actually not played, didn't play at all yesterday. I work 12-hour shifts in my job, so in my work days I don't get a whole lot done game-wise. But we're about to fight the Gargoyle boss. Things are a little different. I'm actually going to switch out my Balder shield for my Hollow shield, because my Hollow shield does have a little bit better fire cut. It's a little less stability, but it's a little better fire cut. I also like the way this Hollow shield looks. It's a pretty cool looking shield. It's a little beat up, or a little rustic. I just like it. But I have not fought the Gargoyle boss in this character yet. I tried to find some soul signs for a few different people, like the Soul Air dude, but I don't see it, so I can only assume that maybe you have to be in human form to summon. I don't know, but I'm in hollow form. So here we go. I think this time this fight's going to go a lot differently. One thing I will say outright, this fight, if you'll notice, that Gargoyle also has a tail, so this is another one of those. Hey, dudes with tails, chop them off in Dark Souls fights. That is where I got that weird ass axe that you saw me wielding a clip. So I'm going to try to chop off this guy's tail and get that axe. I did beat this boss in the other character. This character is now level 24, I believe. So he's significantly more powerful than my character was, who saw me lose to this guy with. intimidating this time, was it? No, sir, not very intimidating at all. This guy doesn't have a tail. See ya. That's pretty damn easy when you come back and you're level 24 and you've got a Drake sword and a shield with 60 stability and 75% fire cut, isn't it? Yes, indeed. I'm much more powerful than my other character was. My other character actually beat that boss too and did it at a lower level than this guy is right now. With lesser gear, I might add. So yeah, that fight really wasn't going to be a big show. Sorry for the disappointment after the hour 5 vid showing me getting rocked. Let's show off this axe again. This is a pretty funny axe. Where is it? Jeez. Gargoyle tail axe. It's actually not a bad weapon for me. It's 93 damage. I meet the stat parameters. It is kind of weighty though, but it's pretty cool. Sliced tail of a gargoyle guarding the Bell of Awakening in the Undead Church or patrolling in Orlando, wherever that is. Can be used as a bronze battle axe, bends dramatically during large attacks owing to its nature as a tail. And it's actually pretty cool. The cool thing about it is you see those little bars going across the screen. Look at the fucking length on that thing, man. It's got crazy reach. I hate how axes work in this game. No combos, just one swing. But, it gives you extremely huge buffs to some of your stats. Look at my poison and bleed resist and curse resist. All of them went up. Curse resist not so much, but poison and bleed went up by maybe 70, 60 something. So this gives you a big buff toward those resistances. But I'm going to stick with my Drake sword for various reasons, which actually gives me a fire resist defense buff as well. While I'm at it, I'm going to, and you can see I've got a few more chunks and shards and such on this character. I haven't upgraded anything yet, but I've been thinking about it a lot. While I'm doing this, I'm going to get rid of some extra equipment. I thought for sure I had some extra stuff, but I did buy the chain set, as you can see. It's an okay set. It looks kind of goofy. And see, I have a lot of the Balder armor set. That armor set actually looks... The chest armor doesn't look bad, but like the boots and all that doesn't look too hot. But we'll leave that junk there. So, I say this is hour 6 proper as a beginning, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be at least a good 15-20 minutes of footage before you even picked up with me outside the bell tower. From here, I kind of already know where I want to go. I'm probably going to go after that weird headless effed up statue thing. I know at this point, hour 4 should have just finished uploading to YouTube, and hour 5 has actually already been cut. I'm just waiting to upload it as well. But, basically, don't want to follow. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it, man. Nice view of what I still believe is Sin's Fortress. As I was saying, what was I saying? I'm going to go down that way and try to take that guy out. I mentioned, as I said, there was a secret to taking him out. I definitely mentioned that in the little pop-up in the hour 4 video. I'll show you what that secret is. It has nothing to do with your weapon either. You could be hitting him like a girl and you'll still get him reasonably easily if you do this right. Let's hope I do it right. And I did find it on my own through actual gameplay. It's not some cheesy cheat I looked up. I haven't looked up anything on this game other than, as I said, item stats. Pull the lever. I expected some explosions or something. Not a damn thing happened. Yeah, this guy. This dude's a bit of a fruit.
Greetings. I am Oswald of Carim, the partner. Thou art a friend. For thee, a warm welcome. Cometh thou to confess, or to accuse? For indeed all sin is my domain.
Yeah, Oswald the Partner. I remember reading about a partner in the, you know, that old story, The Knight's Tale, from the Canterbury Tales. He didn't seem like a friendly guy in that. I mean, well, with here, give me 5 gold and you'll get into heaven, unless you know, do something dumb again, then you'll have to give me 5 more gold. Oh, well, what is it? So I can abandon my covenant without any repercussions, which I'll probably eventually do since I have no intention of raising my faith. So that covenant really doesn't do me a whole lot. I can request absolution, but for what? I haven't sinned. I have no idea what that request absolution does either. Okay, so that is an item that breaks curses, which I understand is a good thing. I've never been cursed yet, and I don't know what it does, but I'm sure it's bad. Report trespass of an invader. Oh, nice. Cute. I wonder if that's an NPC that comes after them in their world, or an actual... Like, I think there's, because just from watching trailers, you see you are now a Blade of the Dark Moon or whatever said in one of the trailers, so maybe players can join that faction, and then if you're on an indictment list, they can pop into your world. That'd be pretty funny. Oh, wow. If you can use that, you can literally, I guess you might be able to use that to invade somebody on the list. Karmic Justice. Miracle of Black-Haired Witch Velka. Temporary auto counter versus heavy damage. Yeah, I'm not going to meet the requirements for that. Not to mention that ridiculous ass soul cost, 40,000 souls. I'll pass. Things commissioned by Sir Astor, Arstor of Carim, and despite the dreadful rumors surrounding its creation, this ring is an unmistakable asset. Its ability to help prevent bleeding. It'd be nice if I had the souls for one of those, since I only have one ring right now. I actually have a ring of sacrifice on me. I may save up and buy one of those.
Thou art welcome any time. It is only human to commit a sin.
Yeah. What a nice, jovial fellow. If you haven't caught on yet, I occasionally like to make weird, stupid voices and sound like an idiot. I consider it a, you know, character flaw of quite large proportions. That's weird. Look at these gargoyles. Over here on this side, there's one on that end and one on the other end, 3 open in the middle, but on this side, 2 of the 3 in the middle are taken, but the 2 on the ends are not. And of course up there it was both the corner gargoyles, I guess, that dropped down. And over here there's one side with gargoyle spots, but no gargoyle spots on the other side. I wonder if there's some meaning behind all that, or if I'm just reading too much into it. So yeah, I want to go down, I want to fight that big headless effing dude. Just drop down here. I'm tempted to drop down there for a speed route, but I don't know if I killed all those guys at the bottom or not. I might have left them alive, so I don't want to risk it. Yeah, I didn't, so better part of Valor wins the day. These guys are also a good way to farm some Valor. I don't recommend actually going for the backstab on that guy because guy number 3 will always rush you. So you let guy number 3 spot you. I probably could have done that without the other guy seeing me. And yes, this sword can one-shot kill them with a backstab. But you let guy number 3 rush you, guy number 2, or number 1 if you're looking from that perspective. Uh-oh, sounds like an interruption is coming my way. We're going to have to pause for a moment. And this final guy, you can just roll up right behind him and give him the old heave-ho. Just be quick. Once you get in range, he will notice you. I'm still trying to get... I know they can drop, like, their sword, because I've gotten a rapier off the little pokey ones. But, they never seem to drop it. I wonder if the pokey ones can drop their little bucklers, too. I don't know. Yep, these guys are all dead. So here we go. Those guys are a great way to farm souls. I mean, because you take, there's one upstairs, or actually 2 upstairs, 3 down there, and there's another one sort of off to the side that you can get to, and you can get to all of them pretty quickly. They're all worth 100 souls, so once you get this particular weapon, and you get good at fighting them, you can take them out in a matter of a minute or 2, and it's a good, I don't know, 500-600 souls every time. I'm sure I have enough to level up again, so I'm going to throw a point into strength. Because I know, I'll be honest, I am not going to use this weapon for good. And I know I'm going to need higher strength for the cooler stuff, so there you go. I'm planning on probably raising to about 20. 20 seemed like a good number in Demon Souls. At 20 strength, you were pretty good. See what Andre's up to.
Well, hello again. You seem to be doing all right. Need anything forged?
That's pretty funny. Another interesting little factoid, which probably no one but me even gives 2 shits about, is that sword laying there on the ground looks like one of those swords those Undead Knight dudes who drop the Balder gear upstairs use, but coincidentally it also resembles the model that was used for the longsword in the Kingsfield games. I'd say in Kingsfield 4, or maybe it was Kingsfield 3, the longsword looked almost exactly like that, actually. Kind of an interesting coincidence. While we're here, let's see about some repairs. I may switch back to the Balder shield here in a minute, but we're good for now.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither.
Oh, I cut him off. Hopefully he won't go all that on me. So I'm going to show you the way to kill this guy without too much hassle. Go ahead and cast his card one time. Basically, you get up in his crotch. Not just any side of his crotch. You get up in the front right-hand side of his crotch. From here, he will miss you almost every attack. Or he'll jump up and you'll be an idiot and not dodge to the side and he impales you on his landing. That's the problem. He still does this hoppy hop crap and you got to be quick. It's really easy to kill him like that. It's just when he does the hop, you've got to move away, and I didn't move away, so it's my own damn fault. That's also a reason. Well, shit, I forgot my damn humanity drop. I keep forgetting humanity drops with your souls too. See, I don't give a shit about my soul count right now unless I have like a really big stack of souls. I can get that back without a whole lot of trouble. I really should switch back to the Balder Shield for this, to be honest. The humanity, though, I really do care about the humanity. Cast some spells for a second. Thanks. Do it again if you don't mind. I screwed up. Remember, don't be stupid here. There's a bonfire right upstairs. If you need a heal, to hell with it. Use an Estus flask. Get your heal. This guy is definitely not a dude who respawns. There's no reason to do anything risky in this fight. Damn, he's still up? Thank Jesus. I was like, man, I just hit the holy shit out of him quite a few times and he's not falling down. He's only worth 1,000 souls. That's the other thing. Demon Titanite. Yep, that's nice. Demon Titanite. That was not an intended emote. I actually meant to do that when I picked up the demon sword, which is sort of cool. Weapons born from special souls. Special Titanite stolen from a faceless stone beast known as a Titanite Demon. Okay, I guess that's what that's called then, a Titanite Demon. When the nameless blacksmith deity passed from several slabs, great beasts arose. The power of Titanite remains within them, and they still roam. Pardon me. Lordran today. So obviously that dude is the Titanite Demon, I guess. Nice to know. Right now, his name is Mud, because he's dead. If you're wondering what it takes to upgrade the Drake Sword, and I have no intention of ever doing so, it's, I think, a dragon scale. A dragon scale. So where I want to go is an area I have been to before, but I found some really neat stuff down there. I want to show you where to get it. It's called, what's the name of this place again? The Darkroot Basin. Darkroot Basin. When you say things twice, that automatically makes them more important and cooler. Remember that. Okay, Darkroot Garden. The Darkroot Basin is a different area, but it's still up here. Now there's these, yeah, here's one right now, these weird tree fuckers. They're not that bad. They do have this annoying bear hug move they can do. If that bear hug hits you, you're going down. But most of the time, what I advise, though, just go on with your shield up, let them do the little range, a little lash with their leafy arms, block it, and then just move in and tag them. With the Drake Sword, it only takes 3-4 hits tops. What was that I just looted from them? They drop this stuff all the time, but I've never really looked at it. Reduces poison buildup, cures poison. When it breaks out, causes gradual damage over a period of time. Poisons can be exasperating, so be certain to carry the needed quantity of these moss clumps when destined for an afflicted area. Thanks, Mom. Ah, there's another one. Yeah, let's not follow him. I want to show you this other cool thing up ahead. Hopefully I won't get killed in a horrible ambush, because I know there is an ambush coming right up ahead here. And so you can see there is a ledge over there. I have no idea how to get up there though. But what the fuck is that? Somehow I think that's a boss. Okay, here's one of the ambushers. Shit! I let him bear hug me. Yeah, do not try to block the bear hug. You cannot block the bear hug. Blood red clump of crap. We'll see what that does here in a second. Okay, that's probably one of them right there. I'm looking at that. Okay, I guess that was the other one. Because I could swear there were two here last time I came here. Either it's still up ahead, or it was the one that rushed me. I know I saw a loot thingy. There we go. Large soul of a nameless soldier. Cool loot thingy. No, it's not a loot thingy. Cool thing I found over here is this place. Little effed up wall with a crazy door. Locked by some contraption. Now, what's-his-face sells a Crest of Artorias. It says straight up in the Crest of Artorias item description that it opens some sealed door in the freaking woods. What do you want to bet that's a sealed door in the woods there? I bet the Crest of Artorias opens it. In fact, I'm speaking from experience because when you kill the blacksmith, he actually drops the Crest of Artorias. So, yeah, I actually did open that door and went back there. Let me just say, holy fuck, do I have no intention of going back there anytime soon. It's tough. That's it. A character at this level, I don't care if you have that crest or not. If you go back there, you better be content with suicide runs, because the shit back there will kill you really fucking fast, really easily. It's not meant to be done by a level 20-something character with a Drake sword and, you know, unupgraded armor. It's just not. We're about to get to the end of my knowledge of this place, though. I have never been past that fog door, so I have no idea what's past it. This, of course, is a blatant ambush. Come on, let's be real. Look at this. Dude waiting to jump out of the ground right here. I know you're there, dude. Another dude waiting to jump out of the ground. You know, this is not me spoilering either, because the first time I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, right. I'm sure I'm just going to loot that and everything's going to be fine. Here's a third fucker. So we run the hell away. The problem is this damn camera angle. See, this is hard because when there's more than one of them, one of them will do the bear hug, and the other two will just come up behind him and do the distance slash. What you need to do is separate them out a bit. What the hey was that? I actually input the command for the Estus flask and it didn't happen. It just kind of sat there. These guys do have a pretty good drop rate, but I'm sure my humanity is helping. Oh, blooming purple moss. You know, I haven't taken a look at the red stuff yet either. Let's look at that. I'm sure the blooming is just a better version of a potently medicinal moss clump with a flower. Reduces poison toxin, restores status. More vicious form of poison which quickly leads to death. Okay, so that one is for toxin, not for poison. Apparently, toxin is badass poison. It's the plague, I guess. This version's game of plague. Spike, severe damage. Okay, so the blood red moss clump is for bleeding. Okay. So I'm not going to go that way yet. Or am I? I don't know. Shit. Yeah, what the hell? Let's see some new content today. Please don't be a boss. It's not a boss. Thank you. So I've seen promotional art taken in this area, obviously. What the fuck? Is that tree moving? The fucking tree is moving. Yeah, don't be fooled by those bright lights. A lot of the times that's just some weird flower in this area. As you can tell, I'm back in stupid cautious mode because I don't know what's coming. The fuck is that thing? Yeah. Green blossom, we'll look at that in a minute. So some kind of fucked up manta ray frog. Temporary boost stamina recover speed. This uniquely bitter biting herb is sometimes harvested in large quantities, but normally it's an annual plant found near water. So it's another living tree. Okay. Seems like a lot of effort just to hide an area. Okay, fine then, damn it. It looks like a crystal lizard to me. What the fuck? Or it could be some damn dude who fell down from way to F up there. Nice. Okay. I guess I do get to keep his loot just in case he drops any. So at least now we know, generally speaking, where we are. I'd like to find a way to get on the other side of that precipice, though. Well, that looks promising, but we're not going that way. What's this? It's a big fucking enemy! Okay, if we're gonna fight this dude, we're gonna pull him where I know there's no guys. Okay, he's slower than hell. That suits... don't like that, though. Oh, he slowed me. What a cocksucker. I can play this hide behind trees and shit game until this slow wears off. What the hell is all that sound I hear? Oh shit. Damn it! Bad, 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 bad. Okay, ignore big ass slow dude. minor irritants are dealt with at least. Okay, asshole. Oh, please don't do that. Dude, you really need to start doing shit a lot faster. Now pull up your shield. End it. Yeah. Only worth 300 souls. What a pain in the ass. Get off me, dickhead. I wonder if you'll respawn. I wasted way too many Estus flasks on that. Oh, come on. Stop posing. That's probably going to make some feedback noise there. Green blossom. More green blossoms. Did that other one drop anything? I don't think it did. So those guys ambushed me from over here because I pulled back to an area I'd been to before, I thought. Maybe I didn't pull back to an area I'd been to before. He definitely showed up over here, so what was he protecting, I wonder? Abso-fucking-lutely nothing? That's what he was protecting? Here's another one of these annoying cacksuckers. I was hoping a two-handed R1 would kill him, but it didn't. Soul of a proud knight. All the good it did him. Okay, so this is interesting. I figured this would be like a hidden side path or something. And the other area would be the actual route through the level, but it's looking like that's not the case here. Looking like this is the actual route through the level, and that other area was just this hidden side path. Or, let me rephrase. Not a hidden side path, but just a different area that doesn't progress the level. Still wondering where those dudes came from because they kind of slid up on me. It's possible they patrolled from a long ways over. And they had just been moving on me for some time by the time I heard their arrival. Whatever, they're not really a threat. You just have to be careful. I'm sure if they bite me, it'll be something hellacious like poison. What the hell?